How do you know that when you're working on something, you are working on the right thing? How do you know that what you are doing, it's not self-sabotage, but is something that helps you improve yourself? How do you know that? Well, I have something that came through my mind a couple months ago where I was working on a project. So it was a project online, but it was something new that I wasn't used to. So I had to learn how to do it to get first the skills. And while working on it, like after 2 months, I still had no results. So I was asking myself at that time, where did I miss something? Or did I work on the right thing? Then I started to question the action I was doing. But for me, it was the right action because I was just following what other people on YouTube they were telling. They were showing the results. So it was almost like copy paste. And then I realized that I was working on the wrong thing because any input brings an output. So after I started questioning the action I was doing, it became clear. It became clear because I was focused on doing the action of someone who had a different perspective, which means that the way he see the action is not the same way I saw the action. So I could do the same thing for years, I will never had any results. Which means that before you do something, you have to understand what you're doing. You just don't have to do it because someone else is doing it. Let me give you a quick example. If you go to the gym, you know me, I always use the gym example. So if you go to the gym and start lifting weights, thinking that lifting weight is the action to do in order to get the body you want. But lifting weight is only 20% of the whole work. The whole thing happens outside of the gym, meaning everything's everything you need to build a physique is diet and rest. The gym is the workout. It's just 20%. So once you realize that, it's more of what do I don't see or what do I don't understand yet for me to get the goal I want. If you get in that position before doing something, because you have to understand what you're doing, not the type of the I see what I gotta do. No. Think in terms of first principle. What is the input that brings the output? Sorry. What is the input that brings the output? And you have to understand the connection between, not the action and the result, the connection between the action. Why is that action important in order to get that result? Once you understand the alignment between the input and the output, that's where you can say, I understand why. And at the the end, you get the result you want. So that was the quick share of the day. See you on the next one.